we've got quite a few. 1989 original version, every single variant from Life of a Showgirl, a work of art, truly. My girl, this is one of my rarest ones for sure. These are some of my favorite ones. Beautiful Eyes EP. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Nina. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are not new, thanks for coming back. This video has been very requested because I have not done a vinyl collection video since the beginning of last year, and it has grown quite a bit since then. So in this video, I am just going to be going through my entire Taylor Swift vinyl record collection. However, I do have a lot more vinyl that are not Taylor Swift, so if you guys want a part 2 where I go through all of my other vinyl records, let me know because I have so many really cool records that are not Taylor Swift as well. But if you missed that video 2 years ago, I did a vinyl collection video, so I will link that down below so you can go check that one out and then maybe come back here. So first I wanted to go over all of the vinyl essentials, and when I used to live with my sister at our girl house, we had a whole vinyl wall dedicated to our records, and we had a shared record player, which is the Audio-Technica in the color lilac, and I loved it so much that I bought myself one. But your record player is super important because it really impacts the longevity of your vinyl. If you have a low quality record player, it could damage the vinyl. I know a ton of people have those suitcase record players, and yes, they're really cute and they're way more affordable, but I will tell you, in the long term, it is not good for your vinyl. You'll tell the difference over time that the sound is just not gonna be good. So I will say it is worth it to invest in a little more expensive record player. The one that I have is around $200, and I think it's just like, it's so good for the price, and I will have it forever. So I will link down below my list of vinyl essentials as well as my record player. The next thing is storing your vinyl. You want to make sure you are storing it vertically, not horizontal, like stacked on top of each other, because that will warp the vinyls. And so you want to store them vertically, and you don't want too many of them leaning on each other because, again, will warp your vinyl. So the best way to store them is to have, you know, a certain amount, and then either like the end of a shelf, or they have these organizers that kind of break it up so the weight isn't too much on either side. Right now I have all of my Taylor Swift vinyl stored in one place in this piece of IKEA furniture that I've had forever, but it works really well with my vinyl. And then as far as safely storing the actual vinyl, we have these sleeves. These are outer sleeves, and then we also have inner sleeves that are anti-static. They just help keep it safe from dust and wear and tear. Usually vinyl comes in these paper sleeves, and they are not the best for storing long term, and so what I like to do is put the entire thing in the outer sleeve, and then I slip the record back here, and if it has more than two, I put one of them in between in the middle here, so I will show you guys that as I go along. So most recently I purchased this pack that has both inner and outer sleeves, so this is a really great one if you're just starting out because it has a ton of sleeves. And then also you're gonna want to get yourself a little cleaning kit, so I got this one from Amazon. It is super cheap, and basically it comes with this little polish thing, and it comes with this spray, and basically while the record is turning on the turntable, you put this on it, and it just cleans up all of the dust, and when you go to play your record, there's no crackling or anything like that. There's also this little thing that cleans the needle, so you just want to make sure that you are taking care of your record player and your records so that they can last as long as possible and you can pass them down for generations. And in addition to my record collection that I have been collecting since 2022, me and my sister also have a ton of family records that have been passed down to us, and so it was great because then we could go through and clean up all of the old records and store them more properly than our parents did so that they can last even longer. So that is my little spiel on the care for your records. Before we get into my collection, because there's a lot we gotta go through now that there's 12 Taylor Swift albums, not including the Taylor's versions. Before we get into my collection, because there's a lot we gotta go through now that there's 12 Taylor Swift albums, not including the Taylor's versions, I would like to take a second to thank Raycon for sponsoring today's video. If you are here watching this video, chances are you listen to a lot of music, and unfortunately, record players are not portable, and it's really hard to capture that rich sound quality when you're on the go where you can't have a record player. But if you still want want to listen to your music with the same high quality sound, Raycon's essential open earbuds are going to be your new favorite way to listen. Now, these are open ear earbuds, which means basically you can listen to your favorite albums, songs, podcasts, and even call people, but you still are staying connected to everything that is happening around you, which is honestly perfect for me because I like to do chores around the house, go on a walk, or even just editing my YouTube videos. I can still like be aware of everything that's going on. They sit right outside your ear canal and they're super lightweight and comfortable. Sometimes I even forget that I'm wearing them. And I really like this because when I'm going on a walk, I really do like to take in my surroundings. It also makes me feel safer that I'm aware of my environment, but I am still getting the really rich, crystal clear sound. So when I'm not spinning these albums on my turntable, I really love the open earbuds for when I'm on the go. They stay perfectly in place thanks to the multi-angular hook that adjusts for a secure, personalized fit. It has great battery life with 8 hours of charge in the actual earbuds themselves and then 36 in the case overall, which is great for me because I'm always forgetting to charge my stuff. The multi-point connection is also super convenient because you can go from your phone to your computer really seamlessly without having to reconnect through Bluetooth. And the very best part is that Raycon delivers the same premium audio quality as a lot of the big brands, but at half the price. And so with Black Friday and the holidays right around the corner, Raycon's audio products are up to 30% off site-wide. From their everyday essentials to their latest releases, it is the perfect time to upgrade your audio quality or get a head start on your holiday shopping. Now, these early deals won't last forever, so if you want to check out Raycon, you can click the link down below or go to buyraycon.com/NenaOpen to get up to 30% off in the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale. Again, huge thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this video, and I encourage all of you music lovers out there to go check them out. Taylor Swift's music truly deserves the utmost sound quality. And now what you've all been waiting for, my entire Taylor Swift vinyl record collection as of November 13th, 2025. Okay, so we're gonna go in album order, of course, and so our very first vinyl is Debut. You know, I still wonder if we're going to be getting Debut Taylor's version, and if we do, it probably will come out next year on the 20th anniversary. But until then, we've got our Debut vinyl, which I'm pretty sure these are just being repressed, and so this is not an original by any means. And so I just have the regular black pressing of this one. It was gifted to me by a subscriber, so shout out. But yeah, there's nothing too special about it. It's just a plain old black pressing, and it's got like Taylor's dogs out like it is on the CD. So it looks like this is the 2008 version of the album, which means it has the extra songs on it. The original Debut album ended with Our Song, and then the like deluxe or extra songs are I'm Only Me When I'm With You, Invisible, and Perfectly Good Heart, and Teardrops on My Guitar pop version. This is so funny. It still says myspace.com/Taylor Swift. I will say the one that I really would love to have is the Record Store Day edition of Debut, and it's this beautiful blue transparent vinyl. And so as I go through my collection, I will tell you the ones that I don't have that I really want. So, Debut, this is the only one I have from this era. Next, I have Beautiful Eyes, and this is not an official pressing. Like, I don't think Taylor has ever sold this as a vinyl, but sometimes people will make unofficial pressings, and that is what happened here. I really think it's fun that I have this, though. And so this one has Beautiful Eyes, Should Have Said No alternate version, Teardrops on My Guitar acoustic version, Picture to Burn radio edit, I'm Only Me When I'm With You, and then side B has like some live performances. We've got I Heart ? Teardrops on My Guitar pop version, Should Have Said No 2008 ACMs, and Beautiful Eyes live from 2008. But you can tell that this basically was copied from the CD because it's a little blurry, but this pressing is super fun. Now, does it sound good? No. Also, it's very confusing because it has a picture of lover Taylor on the sleeve, and then it has this very blurry picture of Taylor during the Debut era. This one I have forgotten to put in a sleeve, but honestly wouldn't make a difference because it sounds so bad. But it's so cute. Look how cute this is. So mostly this is for looks, not for sound. Maybe someday she'll come out with an official Beautiful Eyes EP pressing, but this was the original Orange album. I know that The Life of a Showgirl is officially the Orange album, but this EP was also orange. I think it's fun. I do wish the sound quality was better. And if you're wondering where I found it at my local record store, and sometimes my record store has the most random unofficial Taylor Swift vinyl. They've got all of the Eras Tour on vinyl, which I don't know. I'm like worried to buy them in case the quality is really bad because they're all very expensive. So, Beautiful Eyes EP. Next we we have the Fearless era, and so I have the Fearless Platinum Edition. Again, I found this at my local record store. I would highly encourage you guys to go check your local record stores because you can find some hidden gems in there. And so this one, again, a lot of the earlier original albums are all just black pressings. So here we have Fearless, just a regular old black pressing. It's got the hand heart in the middle, super cute. I've got 2 LPs in here. So like I said, I've got one in the back and then I have one in the middle of the gatefold. So there you have it, Fearless Platinum Edition. From what I've heard, there is no regular Fearless vinyl. It is just the Platinum Edition for the original album. And then we have Fearless Taylor's version, and I only have one copy of this, but eventually I need to get the regular one because this one is the Target one. And so it's red, which just does not fit the vibe of Fearless. I need to get the one that's like the golden brown color. But again, record collecting is so expensive, and because I already have a copy of the album, it is not at the top of my priority list when I'm, you know, building out my collection, but it is one that I do want to buy eventually. But it is readily available, usually at Target, record stores. I think it might even be on her website. But yes, I've got one copy of Fearless Taylor's version, and it is the Target edition. So we've got a red vinyl. I think there's only 2 versions. I think there's the red one and then the original gold one. I had no idea this was red when I got it, or else I definitely would have bought the other one first. The red's kind of pretty, but it just doesn't match the Fearless era. So there you have it. So odd. Taylor has really upped her vinyl game though, I will give her that. Okay, so moving on to Speak Now, I have the original Speak Now. Again, found this at my record store, got very lucky one day, but this is available. You just kind of have to look for it. Again, it's a regular black pressing. And so we've got this one, and it's cute because it's got the little like hands from the CD inside the CD cover. So love that. I really, really wish someday I will own the Record Store Day version of the original Speak Now album. And it's this like smoke gray translucent kind of one. I don't know. I really was like 4 years short of starting my record collecting journey because in 2018 there was a huge Taylor Swift Record Store Day drop where they had Red 1989, the debut album, and Speak Now. It's just so tragic that I was late to the game, or else I could have had it. Here she is, regular old Speak Now. Next we have Speak Now Taylor's version, and I have 2 copies of this, and there are 3 possible copies. This one I believe is the Target edition, so this is like the lilac one. So this one's so pretty. I love these Speak Now vinyl. This one's the most beautiful. Actually, I think this is like orchid maybe. I don't know. Lilac? I don't know. It's like this like fuchsia kind of purple, which to me, Speak Now is this type of color. It's more of like a fuchsia than like a full-on purple. It's got hints of red in it, you know? So, super pretty. It's got a little bit of marbling to it as well. Here's the back side. And this one is 3 LPs, so she's quite large. And so what I have for this one is an extra large outer sleeve so it doesn't compress the vinyl as much. I have 2 LPs in the back, and then 1 in the gatefold, so 1 in the middle here. And then I just have a larger outer sleeve so that it's not like squeezing the records, and sometimes it can cause it to have a ring around it. So yeah, this is my first copy of Speak Now, Taylor's version. And then this is the OG version of the Speak Now, Taylor's version album, and it is this deep purple. I think this one might be the orchid color. This one is so pretty. Look at that. It's like velvet almost. Like, I don't know, it's just very rich purple and a little marbly to it. Ooh, that looks really pretty in the light. Yeah, just like little hints of different colors of purple. Really love this one. I love playing this one on my record player, especially the vault tracks. So there we have the Speak Now era. Next we have Red, and so I just have the regular version of the original Red, and this one again is just a plain black pressing, but there are a few versions of this that exist. I'm not sure. There's a couple other rare versions of the Red album. One of them, of course, is the clear one from Record Store Day. So here's the plain black vinyl. For some reason, this is just super like Red era to me, like the vintage vibe of just like a plain black record with the with the logo of the album in the middle. Simple, classic. And then I have one copy of Red Taylor's version, and this is the Target edition, so they are red, which makes sense for this album. Not Fearless. They also have a black pressing, just the straight up OG one from Taylor's website is black. This is a very expensive vinyl. It's about $50 to $60, and so I just could not justify buying two of them, especially when the other one is just like a plain black pressing. Maybe someday I will get it just for collector's sake, but I'm not in a hurry to buy that one. But here we have it. This one is just like a solid red, very rich, bright color red. And I do love that on the Taylor's versions, like all of the vault is on one side. So if I just want to play the vault tracks one day, I can just spin that part and it's just so much fun. Also guys, I feel like once you get a record player and play the records, you are gonna notice the sound quality is so much better than just playing it off of your phone. It is immaculate sometimes when I'm listening to these records and I'm like, oh my gosh, like how clear and crisp and just, it's just so good. There's nothing like it, honestly. They really knew what they were doing back in the day. And so this one has a full 4 LPs. This is hefty. So I do have the extra large sleeve on it, and then I have 2 of the LPs in the gatefold, and then I have 2 on the back side. Okay, moving on to 1989, we've got quite a few. This is kind of when Taylor went a little nutso with the Taylor's versions variants, and so I've got 1989 original version. Once again, found this at my local record store, and then it's just gonna be a plain black pressing. So here you have it. It's gonna be the little seagull sky. Definitely need to clean this one. There is quite a bit of dust on it. Oh wait, there's actually 2. There's 2 LPs. Not just one. Does this have the deluxe songs on? This does not have the deluxe tracks on it, but you know what does? Taylor's version, and so it begins. When Taylor came out with 1989, Taylor's version, she decided to come out with 5 different variants. The original 4, and then the Target edition. And so this one is the original blue 1989 Taylor's version, and I love these variants. They're just so pretty, and I just love the pastels. This is like the perfect light blue. It's just so good. Like the ocean, the sky, got some seagulls. This one looks a lot like the inside of the original one. And this one comes with 3 LPs. And then the other thing about this one is each backside has a number, so this one is 1. Next we have the Target edition, which is the tangerine vinyl. This one is such a pretty color. It's like very light orange, orangey yellow color. So pretty. So obviously this one is the same as the original cover, it's just the vinyl that it's a different color. Now I've kind of been slacking on restoring these in the sleeves, so maybe we'll do that right now actually. But we've got the Sunrise Boulevard one, which this one has got to be my favorite. This is the yellow one. I love this cover. It reminds me of the Summer I Turned Pretty. And then for this one we've got a 9 on the back, and we've got this gatefold. We have the gatefold. Here we have it. Oh, literal sunshine. This one's, wait, is this Sunrise Boulevard? Yeah, I keep thinking it's Sunset Boulevard. No, Sunrise Boulevard. So pretty. The first yellow vinyl that I have. Okay, let's get some of these sleeves in here. So this one, it's literally, oh, so you just slip your vinyl right into the sleeve, and there you have it. I actually do like these specific ones because they've got a white back to it, and it kind of makes the vinyl show up a lot better. And so I will put the paper sleeve back into the gatefold. Number 2 vinyl. Here we have it. Sleeve number 2. What I like to do is have the opening be at the top, and so you could slide the records in and out. So we've slipped it in here. Take the first one and you put it in the middle of the gatefold, and then take the second one and we're gonna slide it in this way so that you can see the color on the back side. So again, this one is my favorite of the 1989. Next up we have the Rose Garden pink one. This is my second favorite. This one is so cute. I love the cover. Obviously love a pink vinyl. The most perfect baby pink. So pretty. And all of these together, all these 1989 colors together, it's just like so good. I know a lot of people also have the like 1989 display thing, so you can like put them up on the wall together. I do not have that, but I think it's super cute. And I will also link the playlist of me unboxing all of the vinyl, because I have an unboxing for pretty much every album from 1989 to now. So I have a 1989 Torture Poets variants one, and then most recently I did an unboxing of all of the Showgirl variants. So I will link those down below if you want a more in-depth look at the pictures inside and all the special stuff that comes with the vinyls. Also, I've been corrected so many times that vinyl is the correct term for plural. Vinyls apparently is not a word. So if you're referring to multiple records, you should say vinyl, not vinyls. The longtime record collectors get really mad about that apparently. Okay, lastly, aquamarine green 1989 variant. I keep saying that like this is my favorite, but like just like they're just so pretty. Are you kidding me? This is like the perfect color green. It's like seafoam green, like, you know, aquamarine. Totally reminds me of the beach and the water. And the back of this one is 8. That is all of the 1989 variants. Moving on to Reputation, I have one vinyl, and that is this one, the original vinyl, and it is a picture disc. There's no like regular pressing of this album. Everywhere I see is the picture disc, which is super cool. But I will say, apparently picture discs, they don't play as well as regular vinyl does, but it is super cool. So we've got the original album cover on this side, and then this one, I love this picture so much. It's so cool. Honestly, obsessed. And there are 2 LPs, and so for the second one, I miss her curly hair. Like, look at this. A work of art, truly. And then we've got this picture, very serious. The hole is right in the middle of her face though. I don't think I like that. But there is one variant of Reputation I wish I had, and I think it might be the most rare vinyl to own, and that is the Orange Record Store Day variant. It's like a neon orange, and it really didn't make too much sense that she chose orange, and it has been the bane of my existence because of all of the connections it has to the karma theory. If you don't know the karma theory, I won't go into it now, but if you don't know, look it up. So there we have it. Reputation, my only copy so far. Maybe she'll come out with a Vault Tracks vinyl, who knows. Next we move on to Lover, and this is my only copy of the original Lover, and it has pink and blue vinyls. These are like cotton candy. It's so cute. So first we've got the pink vinyl. Very similar to the pink on the 1989 one. Of course, Lover would have a pink vinyl. What else? I couldn't choose a better one. And pink on this side, the little middle part. Lover. But there is a black pressing of Lover that I don't have. And if you're trying to collect every Taylor Swift vinyl, you might pick that one up. Again, I'm not in a hurry to go grab that one. Pretty sure they sell it at Target or like Barnes & Noble. And then the next one is this blue version, and it's kind of a translucent vinyl. The pink one is like opaque, like solid pink, and this one is a little bit more translucent, which is fun. And if you guys didn't know, you can buy a white slip mat, and so most record players come with a black slip mat, and that is the thing that goes on before you put your record down to play it. And so I replaced mine with a white one, so records like this in more translucent or like vibrant vinyls can kind of show through a little bit more, because if you have black, it's really like gonna not be showing its true color. But if you have a white one, it comes up really, really pretty. So I recommend getting the white slip mat. So there we have Lover, and then we have a few other fun Lover era vinyl. Up first, we have the Me single. I got this for my sister because this is her favorite song, and it's actually super hard to find this now. I'm not a huge collector of the 7-inch singles, but it's probably just because they're harder to come by, especially the older ones. I think Taylor had them for maybe like Tim McGraw, some of the Red tracks. I'm not sure if she had the 7 inches for every single, but there's quite a few that I do not have. I think this might be my only one besides the Fortnite single. I do need to get some 7-inch sleeves. For now, here it is. This 7-inch singles are so funny. They're just like mini, you know? And so it just has the little like flowers in the middle, black pressing. There you have it. I know there was a few other pressings of the Me single with different covers, but nothing else too special. And I will say this has Spelling is Fun on it. Very rare, very rare. Where else can you hear that these days? Not very many places. I can't believe people bullied her into getting rid of that line. It was so good. Okay, Me single. Me single. Okay, next, this is one of my rarest ones for sure, but the original Lover Life from Paris heart-shaped vinyl, and this one is the pink and the blue, and so we'll open it up. This was very, very important to restore in the anti-static sleeves because it came in the plastic PVC sleeve, and that is super bad because it can stick to your vinyl and like mess it up. And so here we have it. Actually, I think I'm gonna restore these in the square ones because I have these like rounded ones at the bottom, not conducive to the heart shape. Here we have it, the Lover Life from Paris heart. I do love playing this because the live versions of these songs, especially Death by a Thousand Cuts and Cornelia Street, side B. So this one is more of like a pink and white marble. Next we have the blue one, and again, it's more like a blue and white marble. Here you have it. So again, like kind of like a different version from the original pink and blue. This one is more of like a tie-dye marbled pink and blue. Super cute. I love a heart-shaped vinyl. I honestly love any vinyl that is super unique. And so when I saw this, immediately add to cart. But I will say the original heart-shaped Lover Life from Paris sold out so fast. Okay, there you have it. And I know a lot of people can go on Etsy and like people have made custom like gatefolds to put these type of vinyl in, so you don't have to like keep it in just like an outer sleeve. So maybe I should look into that because it would probably be more fun to store it that way than just in this like plasticky one. But because everyone complained so much about not getting that one, they eventually did a restock last year for Valentine's Day. And so here we have the Lover Life from Paris Part 2. This one is a little bit different. We have a little bit more color and marbling to it. It's still pink, but it does have yellow hues to it. Here she is. On this side is more so pink and it's got that like marbling to it. And then on this side, it's more yellow, which I thought was interesting. So yellow with pink marbling in it. So that's kind of fun. I'm glad they did something a little bit different with the restock. And then next we have blue and pink. And so this side is mostly blue, as you can see, with a tiny bit of pink marbling on this side. And then if you flip it over to this side, it has a little bit more pink on it. And this reminds me of the Trix yogurts that I used to eat as a kid. Just all the colors and like it's giving cotton candy. Super cute, super lover. These are some of my favorite ones, truly. Like so cute. And I'm glad she restocked them so everybody had a chance to get one. It is funny because I'm sure like Taylor's team, they don't always know what piece of merch is going to take off, and so they don't stock it properly, and that is why we have certain situations where, you know, we've got a blue crew neck situation. They had no idea that that was going to be so popular amongst all the other merch at the Eras Tour. Okay, next up we've got Folklore, and so I have this one, which I think is the Target edition, and I think this one is red, unfortunately. Again, one that I haven't stored properly yet, so again, let's do that. I just don't get it. Why did they make it red? You know? Come on. If this doesn't give Folklore, I don't know what does. I will say this is a slightly different red, I think, than the Fearless one because it feels a little more translucent, not as opaque. Still not my fave. Oh, we got inside of the gatefold. I love this photo shoot. It's so cute. Like, look at her in the weeds. Folklore, you will always be that girl. Always. Another huge regret I have is not buying any of the Folklore variants when the album came out because they're some of the prettiest colors and the prettiest covers, and now they're hundreds of dollars to buy resale. So that is a regret, even though I didn't collect records yet. I should have just known. But I also feel like consumerism was not as big as it is now back then. Truly. Like, oh my gosh, the amount of merch and vinyl and variants and CD, like everything, it's just a lot. People didn't used to buy this many records of one album, but hey, what are you gonna do? But like for me, I actually do play my records, and I enjoy the experience of putting a record on and, you know, just sitting and enjoying the music that way. A lot of people are just collectors, and more so they just have them to have them. And so if you are somebody who just has records and doesn't play them, I encourage you to play them because that's what they're for, you know? And it's just so lovely. It just feels like a novel experience. Which is why I miss Girl House so much, because our little record room was so perfect. We would like put on a little record, have a little coffee, journal, chat with people. Simpler times. Okay, first copy of Folklore, red version. Next I have the original version of Folklore with the, I don't know if this is like a gold brown color. It's kind of pretty. Much more Folklore vibes than the red, for sure. Here we have it. It's almost like a golden brown kind of color. But I think the one that I would want most would be Betty's Garden. Every time I see that one, I'm like, wish I had that one. Okay, so that's the regular. We have 2 LPs for this one as well. And then I have a very special edition of Folklore. I have the Record Store Day Long Pond edition, and this was my very first record store day. It was very exciting. We were first in line because we had no idea when you were supposed to line up, and we were like very, very worried we weren't going to get it. And so we ended up just camping out all night, and it was so fun. So yeah, I wonder if she's gonna have a record this year. But this one is one of my favorite record store days exclusives she has ever had, because Folklore Long Pond is just like, this is the perfect vinyl to just like put on the record player and just like the vibes, like the fall, you know, cozy vibes. And so I've got the sticker, the Record Store Day exclusive, and then it's got like the Disney Plus sticker on it. I am sad that this is not a gatefold album, but I do like that it's got like a matte finish to it, and the picture looks like a Polaroid a little bit. And then we've got Long Pond on the back of it, and then they have this little poster in the middle. Got a little poster of behind the scenes pictures, and then picture of Taylor, of course. And so this one is just like a gray regular vinyl. So here it is. It's just like an opaque gray. And there's 2 of these. Side A, side B. So it is kind of like a silvery gray color. And of course, this is like the color of Folklore, this like silvery gray color. So there you have it, Folklore Long Pond Sessions. Another one of my more rare vinyl, because I think there was only 75K pressings of this, and at my store they only had 33 copies, and I got one of them. Next we've got Evermore, and I think there's only two or three versions of this one, and so I have the translucent green version. So here's Evermore. My girl, this one gets spun a lot during this time of year because it is just such a cozy vibe, you know? Here we have it, the translucent green. Super pretty. I don't have very many green vinyl. I think there's another variant that's more of like an opaque darker green, forest green version, and then there might be a regular black pressing. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not sure where to get the other forest green variant. I got this at a Barnes & Noble, so sometimes Barnes & Noble has like some good stuff, so I would check it out. Here we have it, Miss Evermore. Always will deserve more than she gets, truly. Folklore got 8 variants, and Evermore got like 2. Favoritism. Okay, moving on to Midnights. Now this was the era that I started collecting vinyl. Basically, like, I think I just bought the original. I don't know when I actually decided to start collecting, but I bought one, and then very slowly, like, I started to collect them gradually. I didn't order them all at once. I found them at the record store. I found them at Target. Eventually collected all of the variants for Midnights. And so first we've got the Midnights Blue edition, which is like Moonstone. So this is the original cover. And then of course, like 1989 Taylor's version, each back cover kind of lines up and it creates a clock, obviously. And so it's like a translucent marbled vinyl. And this is when it's good to have the white slip mat because it shows up so much better on there. And then I just love that it has the little clock on the middle part. And because Midnights was so short, it only has 1 LP. So these were one of the most affordable of the Taylor Swift vinyls. So I think that's what got me into collecting. I'm like, it's not that bad. And then she comes out with Red Taylor's version and you're like, Oh, that's a lot. Next, I have is this the Blood Moon? Orange Blood Moon? I don't know. This one is another kind of like orangey rust colored vinyl. It's translucent, got a little bit of marbling in it. Another super pretty. The Midnight's vinyls, they're also very pretty, up there with some of the best ones. Also, I just love Midnight's as an album, so this is definitely one that I spun a lot when it first came out because it's just such a good album from top to bottom. You could just listen to it all the way through, no skips. That's the other thing I love about vinyl because you really can't skip any tracks. You just kind of put it on and play the whole album, and I've really been appreciating that lately. Next we have the mahogany version, I think it is. So this one kind of looks like wood, which is super cool. It's kind of like a yellowy brown color, and it kind of looks like a piece of wood. So she kind of nailed the theme there. I think this was the last variant that I got for Midnight's. The lower quadrant of the clock here. So Midnight's had 4 variants as well as a Target edition, so same as 1989. So this is the Target edition and this is the Lavender Haze edition or something. This one's super pretty. Another really good purple. This one is opaque, so this one is not translucent like the rest of them. Super pretty purple lavender, if you will. And then the last one is the jade green one, which I'm gonna have to find that. I don't know where it is. I think it's mixed in with some of these other ones. I do like how this is differentiated from the other original because the title is purple and not the blue original. Here we have the jade green, and once again, this is one that I have not stored yet. Oh, I think this might be the last one. Actually, I still haven't done Tortured Poets, but we're not going to talk about that yet. So, this is the jade green edition. Might as well open the gatefold while I have it here. Look how sad she looks. Are we so happy that she's not sad like that anymore? This is the other upper quadrant, the iconic green eyeshadow. Oh, deep in thought here. Angsty girly. I don't care what y'all say. Midnight's was a pre-breakup album. Here we have the jade green edition. I think this is my favorite one because I don't have any other vinyl that is quite this color. The perfect like teal color. A little black marbling throughout. Okay, it is time to get into Tortured Poets, which I have quite a few of. Also, these are some of her thickest vinyl because first of all, this is a long album, and second of all, she has this in summation poem and also this booklet inside of it, and so it's like a book, literally. First, I'm gonna start with the Fortnite single. This past year's Record Store Day was the Fortnite single, and the actual single inside is white, which is cute. Also, the sleeve is super cute. It looks like Taylor's dress from the Era store. Come on. So here it is, Fortnite single, just a simple little white, and it has the regular version and the remix on it, which is kind of funny. But I think if she wasn't gonna do the anthology for last Black Friday's like thing at Target, she was probably gonna do that for Record Store Day, but I'm really glad she didn't because that just made the anthology much easier to get. And this little one, it's cute. You know, we just like going to Record Store Day at this point for the tradition of it. It's just fun to be around other people who care about physical music. We love a good like camp out, standing in line moment. And then before I get into all of the Tortured Poets ones, I'm gonna show you my signed insert that I got with my first Tortured Poets vinyl. I was so lucky to get this because it was selling out so quickly. I was actually just going to get a signed CD, but those sold out quicker because they were cheaper, and so I just bit the bullet and got the signed vinyl insert. I am kind of sad she didn't have signed vinyl for Showgirl, but alas. She did so much for Showgirl, and so anyways, I also just love this heart. It's the perfect heart ever. Also, during the Tortured Poets era, when the album came out, it was Record Store Day weekend, but she didn't have an exclusive release in 2024, so in lieu of that, I think she did these cute little Record Store Day letter cards to local record stores, and so my store got a few of these, so I was able to get one, and it's just like a little thing about Tortured Poets, like Happy Record Store Day, thanking everybody for buying the vinyl and just listening to the album in general, but I thought it was a cute little thing. First, we've got the manuscript. This is the original Tortured Poets. Honestly, need to get bigger sleeves for this because it is tight in here. So the first one is like an opaque white, just regular old paper white vinyl, and obviously white was the color of Tortured Poets. Next I've got the Black Dog. When I tell you these are so heavy, these are heavier than every other regular vinyl. The Black Dog, aka my favorite song on Tortured Poets. The black cover. I like how it's like matte and then this part is shiny. And then, you know, when you open it, I'll just show you guys this one. It's just like a whole, it's like a book. It's like all these pages, you know? And then we got the installation poem, pictures and everything. So she did put a lot of effort into this. This one is just straight up black, and each of these are like a different shade. So it's like white to black. We've got straight up black classic vinyl here. Next, I have the Bolter. This one is called the Bolter. This one's like the slightly more gray, kind of like a sepia tone. Ugh, you don't get to tell me about Sad. Our sad girl. It's so hard to think of her in this era. I love on the sleeves, they had like the lyrics written out from when they like wrote the songs. This one is like a light brown tan color, a warmer tone, gray, if you will. Next, we've got the Albatross. This one's a darker gray, cooler tone than the other one. I love this picture of her. So pretty. Am I allowed to cry? Of course. Thankfully, we don't have to cry anymore. And this one is just like straight up gray. We've got white, we got cool toned gray, warm toned gray tan, and then straight up black. She was feeling a certain way during this era for sure. And then we have the Target edition, which is the Phantom Clear version. So it's the same cover as the manuscript, but this vinyl is clear. I don't think I have another, I think this is the only super clear vinyl that I have. It's super fun. Honestly, so cool. Once again, will not ever understand how music comes out of this piece of plastic and a needle. Blows my mind how that works, but here you have it, the clear edition. And last but certainly not least, for Tortured Poets, we've got the anthology. This is so heavy. I have it in an extra large sleeve, obviously, because there's 4 whole LPs in here. It's giving red. I'm just gonna go in a random order, but first we've got this beautiful one. It's like translucent gold-ish sepia color, a little bit marbled in there. Next we've got this like smoky gray one. You can see it's like a smoky marbled gray. In the middle is black. This one is definitely more clear than the other ones. And then this one is like actually clear, but like a little bit more marbly. So it's a clear one, but it's got a little bit of marbling to it. A little bit different than the Target version. As you can see, there isn't much color in the Tortured Poets era. And then this one is very similar to the other smoky one. It's just a little bit lighter, a little more gray to it, less black. There you have it. This one is cool because it has the acoustic versions of like Guilty as Sin, Down Bad, But Daddy I Love Him, Fortnite acoustic version. I love a good acoustic version. So there we have it, the anthology that came out last Thanksgiving on Black Friday exclusively at Target, and they made us think that it was gonna sell out, and then it's been in stock since then. So if you haven't got it, it's there probably at your Target. And now we get into our most recent installment, which is the Showgirl variants. And like I said, I did a full unboxing already on my channel like 2 videos ago. So if you want a more in-depth look at the pictures, the sleeves, everything that comes with these vinyl, CDs, everything like that, you can go check that out. But I will quickly go through them with you guys. Okay, here we have it. Every single variant from Life of a Showgirl. They are heavy. Okay, so first we've got the Target edition, The Crowd Is Your King. This one is the most beautiful pink shimmery vinyl. I am obsessed with this one. I think it might be my #1 favorite, this one, of all the Showgirl vinyl. Next is the original Showgirl vinyl. This one is the sparkly orange one. And honestly, after going through every single Taylor vinyl, it makes these stand out even more because of how beautiful they are. But like, look at this. The glitter. It's just immaculate. Next we have the Shiny Bug, and this one is a violet something. So this one is like a sparkly purple marbled vinyl, and it's got like hints of gold in it, and it's super pretty in the light. Again, it's like we go from Tortured Poets to this, like all the different colors, like there's just so much. Next we've got the Shiny Bug edition Wintergreen Kiss, and this is a marbled green and black vinyl. Super pretty. Next we've got the Life of a Showgirl, or Baby That's Show Business version. So this is the blue, oh gosh, Midnight Sky something or other. Lakeside Beach. Yeah, that one. This one is another glittery midnight blue situation. So pretty. I had said that this should have been the Midnight's vinyl for sure. Next one, we've got this one. I think it's like a sunrise, sunset, something. Oh, thank you for the lovely bouquet. That's what this one's called. But look at this one. It's got like a sunburst in the middle of it. Looks so pretty when you spin it on the vinyl. It's got a little shimmer to it as well. Next, we've got the pearlescent one that is the Tiny Bubbles in Champagne edition. This is probably my favorite cover because it reminds me of Speak Now. But it's got the beautiful pearly, shiny, iridescent surface to it. And then lastly, we've got the Lipstick and Lace edition. The only difference is the color of the font on some of these. Look at this. That's so cool. Taylor has not had a vinyl like this. Honestly, like there's so many of these vinyl for Showgirl that she has never done before. Anyways, that is officially my entire Taylor Swift vinyl collection. I have been sitting here for so long and I've got vinyl scattered all over the floor. Love that for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my vinyl, and I hope you guys have a better appreciation for the novelty of owning physical music. If you have any questions about record players, storing your vinyl, anything like that, let me know. And if you have any rare Taylor Swift vinyl, please comment down below. I would love to hear what is in your guys' collection. And once again, let me know if you guys want me to do a part 2. I've got so much more vinyl to go through. Some of the coolest vinyl I own, honestly. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you once again to Raycon for sponsoring this video. It truly means so much to me and it helps keep the channel going. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.